Hey, Stoney here with another game of Mechabellum. This is a live game I'm spectating between Sparty and Cheeseburglar. These are both very talented players, with Sparty starting off with a quick supply specialist with Stonecallers and fans, whereas Cheeseburglar started with speed specialists, Stonecallers, and Arclights. Okay, Sparty is going with a pretty even setup. And Cheeseburglar is going aggro on one side. And of course, my friend Poet bet on Cheeseburglar, so I can't resist. I have to support Sparty. Round 1 is not going to look too good for Sparty because red is going aggro. It's never good when one side goes aggro. But I think he's able to get... No, I thought he was going to get auto crawlers. I guess not. Maybe. Yeah, he's going to get auto crawlers. These late arriving fans are actually quite good. Taking down the crawlers, providing support for the stone crawlers. That's actually not bad. And what that means is they're going to get tower early, allowing these Stonecallers to shoot them at least an extra volley. Oh no. That's too bad. Alright. Not surprising, right? It did go aggro, so I had that advantage, but I was really hoping the Stonecallers would do a bit more damage. Alright, round 2. If you're aggro, I think Fire Badgers are excellent. Steel Balls are hard to defend as well. He already has 3 sets of Arclights, so Steel Balls running in, definitely a nuisance. Rhino is excellent, so for Cheeseburglar, yeah, pick the Rhino. If you're defending, Fire Badgers is not bad because he does have crawlers. Ooh. Another set of Stonecallers squarely at these set of slow units. And as for Sparty, blue here, is setting up a flank at the top. Okay, I understand the idea behind it, right? It's trying to draw some aggro and also start moving into these Stonecallers, nice and early. But it's a bit of a cost because right now it's just... It's distracting, and it's going to get shot the first turn. Alright, this Rhino is going to do a lot of damage because with these Stonecallers to clear out the chaff, this Rhino is just going to run down, take tower. Very straightforward. Crawlers definitely help, right? Perfect timing on the crawlers, engaging with them just as they were about to target this Stonecaller. On this side, yeah, unfortunately, Rhino is going to get tower. However, these Fire Badgers are really moving in. Wow, this Rhino actually got stuck on the Stonecaller, saving precious seconds before they're able to take tower. But nevertheless, the fate of this turn is sealed. There's no way that any of the blues units is going to kill that Rhino. Okay. Alright, Assault Scorpion, Improved Phoenix. Improved Phoenix is nice, a direct answer to the Rhino. EM is also interesting, slows the Rhino down for 25 seconds. With Cheeseburglar, Assault Fence is pretty interesting. They're so close, right? They're on the line, and having fans run that much faster in their face and start shooting for 40% extra damage. I'd go with that. Okay, Phoenix is out, right? Dealing with the Rhino. Actually sold the Fire Badger? Interesting. I thought the Fire Badger was going to stay, but I guess he was afraid of a heavier counter. Added the flank on the side, so nothing currently shoots air except these fans, and these fans are a little distracted by the units here. Rhino getting mobile beacon to the strong side. It's a good option. And another flanking Rhino. Okay, so here's what I think. All these units are going to be distracted long enough for the units down below to hit. This Rhino probably, yeah, is going to get the tower eventually. Oh yeah, it's going to get the tower because this just got clear so quickly. So we got 2 Rhinos kind of going down at the tower. Not good. These Phoenixes... Did he take Assault Fan? No, he didn't take Assault Fan. These are just regular fans because it's Speed Specialists. I was wondering why are these fans running so fast? These are Speed Specialists, so they're just chasing this Phoenix down. It doesn't even matter. Big round for Cheeseburglar. But guess what? Here's the problem. He only got these fans to to shoot up, which means these Phoenixes are going to kill absolutely everything. Might even kill these fans because there's only a few of them left. Wow, what a turn of events. I thought Cheeseburglar was for sure going to get a big round out of this after seeing those 2 Rhinos. Okay, so we're back in this game. Senior Manufacturing Specialist. Could it be Fortresses? First of all, upgraded these Phoenixes. Very nice. I wonder what Cheeseburglar is going to pick. Both senior manufacturing. So we're going to see some fortresses coming up. Let's see. Mustangs. Makes sense. Right now for blue, so Sparty, there's nothing but chaff, fans, and crawlers. Arc lights aren't ranged, and they die fairly quickly. These set of Mustang aren't going to do too well because of this arc light living just a little too long. However, these guys might do a lot better. Unless it's killed by the Stormcrawlers. Let's see. This Rhino really needs to get on the tower. There it is. Okay, so these Mustangs, even though it looked like a pretty menacing force, but yeah, it's okay. It's just getting shot on by Stormcrawlers. Alright, what giant would you pick this turn? Ooh, junior manufacturing. Strike spec. Yeah. Crawler Phoenix right here. Pretty potent. You can even go with level 2 Crawler if you need be. Arc light here. Mess with the shield arc lights. Yeah, mess with the Mustangs. Interesting. Alright, so here comes the giant. The giant of choice for red is Melting Point. Not too sure about this decision. I'm not quite understanding Melting Point here. Usually if you are... Usually if you are in aggro, I always favor fortresses. Not only they do a lot of tanking, they actually dish out a lot of damage. If you're just having medium-sized units, fortress actually do more damage than melting points. With giants, melting point of course outscale the fortresses. But in this case, I'm not sure about melting point. Like, he's not clearing out the chaff in nearly fast enough, and he has no chaff left, which means the phoenixes are able to pick them out. And with the chaff clear gone completely, these crawlers and these guys, they're just gonna have a field day. This melting point would never, ever hit anything important. So I'm not too sure. Typhoon on this turn is a good pick. He was missing a lot of chaff clear, so Typhoon provides both chaff clear as well as a bit of tanking. It is okay to have them behind the melting point, so it makes sense. Range melting point does discourage any sort of fortress play. Yeah, so this is good. This is good. Join the Mustangs over. Oh man, melting point and fortress. What a play. Okay, so Wombo combo. Fortress comes in, fortress tanks the damage. If the opponent goes fortress, then melting point takes care of them, provided that there's enough chaff clear. Right now, the primary chaff clear are these 3 arc lights. There's 1 arc light here, 3 groups of chaff. Here we have 5 groups of chaff. Seems okay. I wouldn't mind getting high explosive ammo on these stormcrawlers. You already have 3 squads of them, and you know you have a trap problem. These stormcrawlers aren't going to be shooting anything heavy because that's the job of the melting point. Yeah, I think getting high explosive stormcrawlers would be a good call here. Okay, so the flank, they are completely defended at this point. Well, this side is still getting a lot of value. This side, not so much. They're just delaying units from coming in. Chaff clear still has big issues, but the melting point is now getting damage on the units that it needs to hit. This side is doing a lot better. This side, not so much. High level phoenixes, do they have charge shot? Nope, just range. Able to bring down the fortresses and also take tower. So what that means is these phoenixes are just going to DPS down this melting point. So very good play here. Oil is interesting for red. You want to oil this section, right? And then put some fire on it, so that's interesting. Tank production is interesting. This, well, not this one. This melting point is surviving quite long, so it wouldn't hurt to add tank on there. And here comes the War Factory. War Factory with range. Almost outranges melting point, but that's okay because if both melting point and War Factory shoot at each other at the same time, War Factory wins every single time. But if the melting point gets locked on for even just a few seconds before, melting points will win. In this case, I'm not too worried about the War Factory not able to engage melting point effectively with Sparty. I think he has enough damage. One is to get through the shield, but he also has enough chaff to really just push ahead here. So War Factory is a good choice. Aside from War Factory, he has no real heavy hitters. I think the only one that's left are these Phoenixes and Stormcallers, and he only has 2 of them. So War Factory is a great choice. It also helps them in case the opponent goes a lot of Stormcallers. So the War Factory is there to help them defend. Alright, let the chaff war begin. Phoenixes are already shooting fortresses. Yeah, these level 3 Phoenixes are getting so much value. Like both of them, they're getting so much value at these giant units. This melting point never stands a chance because the War Factory is already engaging them. So that never stands a chance. On the side, the Phoenixes are doing well. That melting point, still level 1, still unleveled, is not going to stand up against the level 3 Phoenixes. And this is a pretty big round for Sparty here with the War Factory on the board. Extended range, my god. He could totally take extended range so that the War Factory will always outrange the melting point. Wow. Did he do it? No, he took deployment specialist. Makes sense. He needed more chaff and he can purchase range. So right now it's not a priority to outrange the melting points because of the fortresses at the front. I think what is important is just for the War Factory is to clear out those fortresses as quickly as possible so the rest of the chaff can get to the melting point. He took anti-missile, which is questionable because he already started selling melting point. So I'm not sure. I think it might be good for EM barrage from the melters. Okay, so we see some Mustang aggro here. Makes sense. These Mustangs has been shooting nothing but arc lights all this game. With the additional fortresses, I think now we're finally in a game. More of an even game, but I still think this War Factory is still going to clean the house. I mean, 4 giants, sure, very menacing. But as long as they're not getting tower, I think they're in pretty good shape. Oh, they got anti-air barrage. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Sparty wasps. Okay, okay. Let's see. So wasps are interesting. They do make sense now. War Factory, double War Factory. I'm not sure. Like, if you were to go wasp, I will put the wasp like right around your War Factory. I wouldn't put it this far. Like this one right here, the anti-air barrage, like, they're not gonna get intercepted at all. This one right here, once they move up here, not going to get intercepted because the War Factory is going to move in this direction. Yeah, if I were to go Wasp, I would just put them close to the middle. I wouldn't even get shield. I would just go ahead and get... Oh, it doesn't have range. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, if he has range, that would be a good option. Level 3 Overlord. Won't be able to do too much with 2 War Factories with anti-missile. What is really dangerous is these fortresses. Right now, there's just not a lot of DPS. Yeah. Not a lot of DPS, and now with Photon on his super heavy units, it takes twice as long to kill them. So that's definitely a big problem. Right side is falling very quickly. Left side is surviving. So now it's just a matter of can he get the tower before... Yeah, it looks like he can. And once his tower is down, it's all down. Could he have saved it by just upgrading to a tower? Maybe. I think in a fair fight, I think the War Factory still stand a chance. But yeah, it was a very good game. I think at some point when the first War Factory came out, I was really rooting for Cheeseburglar. But now that is done, it was indeed a well-played game by Cheeseburglar. So I hope you enjoyed this live cast, and I hope to see you on the next one.